We know the debrief is so important, not only in officiating, but in life. And it's really, other than officiating and the Blue Angels, there's certain professions that understand sports, how powerful a debrief is. But in business, we don't understand it as well,
No.
or at least we just don't do it as well. So give me how did you accomplish that? The idea of the debrief within the officiating crew. Did you adapt some of the things that I've been saying? Tell me.
Oh.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, 100%. Well, first I'll start with the brief. The
Okay.
briefing is, okay, who do we have this week? Florida versus Florida State. Okay, so now we have to prepare ourselves for the two teams, the coaching staffs, what sort of personalities, what sort of challenges, who, did they have injuries? Who do we have playing each other, and what's at stake? So that's part of the briefing to get ready. Then the debrief is after the game's over. How did we do? Where could we do better? You know what we did. You know what we sort of lost our game focus there for a minute and lost game flow. We need to do better at ball retrieval. We need to get set better. We need pre-snap identification. We need to focus on that. So the debrief for us was. And Stuart, I know you're going to have a lot to say about this, but the debrief for us, I think, is going back and looking at the films, looking at the film and understanding, specifically fast forwarding to the spots you wanted to look at, but going back and evaluating ourselves overall and debriefing as individuals, which is an expectation of Stuart for his crewmates, and looking at where we could do better as individuals, and then looking as a crew and putting our egos aside, because that's another big thing. One of your big messages, and that's one thing that we really need to focus on as officials, is check your ego at the door and be able to self-evaluate and be able to handle critique from each other. And so that's how we would handle the debrief. We would say, hey, we just finished the game. How did we do? And a lot of times we'd go back to the hotel, open up our laptops, look at the game again, and say, in this particular situation, we could have done better. We could have done this. We could have done that. And then the debrief also prepares us for the next week's briefing.
Right.
And so that's how we would incorporate. The message in your briefing and debriefing is all about that, right? Taking the task at hand, preparing for it, understanding what your challenges may be, knowing what you're going to have in front of you, so you're ready to handle it. And once you have that, you've put the preparation in, you focused on it, you can relax and just, you're ready for the moment. You could focus and center point your mind into making sure, into knowing you're going to nail this game because you've already done all the preparation.